They don't like.
Question into a similar vein, in terms of survival and everything you were saying, and the higher ups in UEFA. A lot has been said over the last few years over like a UEFA Super League. I know this is a bit away from Sporting, and we'll get more into that in a bit. But do you realistically think, because like you were saying, survival, and this is a new money, a new way to make money, and for the top teams to continue to make money, because I'm sure Barcelona and Real Madrid aren't happy that they have to share their stage with Osasuna and etc. Do you think a European Super League might actually be on the horizon? And if so, what does that mean for fans like us that support little old Sporting?
In the last year that I was in Sporting, that was one of the biggest issues. And every time I went to FIFA, to UEFA, to England, in a lot of seminaries that I went to speak, conference, I told that I was 100% against. But it was something with very strength. And I don't care what people say now. But our federation was saying to people that they didn't want, but they were involved in the process of making it. And that is the truth. And that is the problem regarding Bruno. He doesn't know how to be quiet. Shut up. Don't speak. Don't say. People don't. What happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happened in football stays in football. And then appeared the stupid guy named Bruno that not why what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. I was in Vegas 4 times in my life. I need to tell you that I don't like to gamble, but it is one of the most amazing places I was in my life. And I don't like to gamble. And I said to my daughter, my oldest one that was with me 2 times, that after the pandemic, it was one of the first places that I was taking her, because it's amazing. But why? Why what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas? Only the guys that are criminals. The guys that went to Vegas with not to the wife, but with the mistress. What stays in Vegas? Well, it's stupid. But in football, you have in the 21st century, you still have the Don Corleone. It is come and kiss my ring. I am the Lord of the Ring. I am the master of the universe. And you are what? No, because here in FIFA, we have more than 250 countries. We are more important than NATO. You are what? More important than NATO. We are the worldwide biggest organization in the world. Wow. Do you have a ring for me to kiss? And say, no, I forgot my ring in home. Oh, sorry, I wanted to kiss a lot your ring. And they said, who's this crazy guy? This crazy guy is from a country that it's called what? It's something like Al. I don't know. Al? Portugal. Al. Gal. It's from Gal. I said, what is this? This is football. This is soccer. What is this? You can't imagine. You can't imagine what is football. You can't imagine. Of course, that I need to tell you that it's very funny. It's very entertaining. It's very good to see the players playing and the ball coming, and if we win, it's very good. But it reminds me the way of the Romans. Every time there was a guy in charge that was making bad things, they will put the people in the Colosseum. And it was the opium of the people. It was the Colosseum and killing people and the lions eating the people and the gladiators. And in the modern times, the circus, it is football. Every time people are making bad things, you put football in front. No, 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 no. Let's put football, and football is a friend, and every time they don't need. You need to understand that football is a problem. They don't care. Danny, Christian, Sam, Alexandre knows what I'm speaking about. But we are living a pandemic that, as you know, is striking sports. No, it's striking everybody, but it's striking. Now we are speaking about sports.
Sports, yeah.
And football, people say football is dying because you don't have people in stadiums, problems. Do you know what is dying?
No.
The club. Every time. It's the clubs.
Got it.
The clubs are dying, not because of the pandemic only. It's because the clubs are living a pandemic the last 20 years. They are killing the clubs. And with this is more quicker. But do you think the agents are dying? Oh, they are alive and kicking. They like simple minds, alive and kicking. They are well. They are making a lot of money. Do you think the players are dying? I'm speaking regarding the main teams, because the reality of soccer, it's not the one that we think. The reality, the most people in soccer don't have money to eat. That is the truth. But we are speaking about Sporting, Bayern, Barcelona, Benfica, Porto, Braga, blah, blah, blah. We are speaking about the clubs that we say that they are big or gigantic. The players are dying? No. The agents are dying? No. The presidents are dying? No. It's the clubs. And what happened? It is a problem because after the pandemic, the clubs need to be saved. And imagine who is going to save the clubs? The guys that had the third-party ownership before. More important, you say, no, before the pandemics, they were buying the clubs. You told. I told this in this program, yes. But now, if they buy for 20 million, now they buy for 20,000. This is the problem of football. This is what I told for 5.5 years. We need to save the clubs. And nobody cared. And one thing I thought it was very strange, it was the supporters didn't care also. They didn't care also. They didn't understand. What we are living in football, it's like this. Imagine that you don't have money to eat. And I come and I say, look, I will give you money for you to have a very good dinner today. Or I will create the conditions for you, with your effort, to pass a little bit problems, but you can survive in the future. I will give you the tools for you to survive in the future. Now choose. What I learned when I was in soccer, that 90% of people say, give me dinner. 90% of people will say, give me dinner. Only 10%, and I'm being good. Today, I'm feeling good. 10% of people say, no, I want to have conditions to have a future. And I will connect this to something very interesting. The moment of sporting today. What is the dinner? It is Ruben Amorim and the players. And people are eating the dinner happily. And I want to eat dinner also because I need to eat. but I
Mm-hmm.
want to understand that I'm going to have a future. And what I see in sporting will not have a future. We'll have a present, of course. We can be very happy, of course. If I don't eat and you give me dinner, I will be happy. The problem is if they continue to make their ways in putting sporting financially and in terms of management in the way they are making and losing the identity of sporting regarding the multi-sports that Danny spoke in the beginning of the program, you will not have a future. And you will say, I don't care because I want to eat tonight. Of course. What I will say to people that they are stupid? No, it is a decision. What I wanted for people to understand that every decision has a consequence, good or bad. Every decision you make in life, you need to understand what is going to happen. I would prefer the best of the best situation for someone to give me dinner and to give me future.
Hmm.
If I need to choose, I will prefer future. But for me, okay, dinner and future. But what I see, it's people forgetting in sporting that there is a debt, not a doubt, a debt of almost 20 million euros from the club to the company that owns the football that nobody understands what happened. Why Sporting Club of Portugal has a debt of 20 million with the SAD. Why?
Yeah.
Why, if you have a contract of 515 million euros, you say that you don't have money? What happened? What is the problem? If you don't have money, if you have a problem that you are not paying to people, how you are buying things for the club, how you are paying things, how you are buying players, how, and that is for me my problem. You will never listen to me to say people need to think like this or need to think like that. I don't care. People are free. But when people choose, they need to understand that there is consequence. And I'm very happy regarding, as you asked, and I'm very happy what is happening in football, soccer, in sporting. I'm very worried what happening in all the other subjects, all the multi-sports, the Olympic project, the financial stability that we don't have. I am afraid, but I will not say to people, look, you are wrong in only looking for soccer. People are not wrong or right. It is a decision. I think, for me, I think that we don't have a future with debts that are created for us to have to sell the football.
Yeah.
The debt that the Sporting has, it is to sell the football of Sporting. And, maybe we are luck. Maybe we are luck. Maybe someone come to Sporting and he learned to love the club. And he will give a lot of money to the club. And maybe he will make sport. Yes. And one day, someone needs to come to these people and say that Santa Claus is not real.
Exactly.
Not only because
Still a
he
maybe.
wears red, and that is bad, but because it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It doesn't. So if people think that someone will come and buy and will be okay, it can happen. Yes. It's expected to happen. No. It's more likely to happen. No. It's more likely to someone to come and or he has results or he will close. Very simple, like that.
Yeah.
When you have a business, when you put money in a business, you need quick results. Or you give me money, or you don't give me money, I don't care, and I close.
Yeah.
So if this is the solution that people want, if people think that I'm saying this because it is Varandas that is in the club, or it is Rogério Alves that is in the club, or it is Dias da Cunha that is in the I don't care who is in the club. I don't care. The only thing I care it is to have good people in the club. People that love the club and they have the skills to develop the club. But if we are happy for one guy that found a coach after firing
4 or 5,
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, right.
So if that is the odds that they like,
Yeah,
they should never gamble in Loteria because they will never win. Because if we are happy with someone that only strikes in the 9th, Jesus Christ. My lovely Leonardo Jardim. First strike. Let's go.
Pimba. And then even with Marco Silva, as bad as he was, still got us a Taça Portugal. Jorge Jesus, as bad as he was, still competed. I got to give you the credit.
I think that I'm losing the connection. I'm losing again the connection. Did you save Silva? I don't listen.
I'm just saying, at least he got us a Taça Portugal.
No, I have the connection. No, I have the connection. I'm kidding. In that day, I loved Marco.
Yeah, of course, me too.
That day I said, Marco, you are in my heart for the next 5 minutes. I will give you 5 minutes in my heart.
I loved Slimani and Freddie Montero a bit more. Let me just tell you that.
So do we.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good people. Very good people. Very interesting to work with them. Very, very nice.